here today we have a beautiful specimen. Now, this is the Jordan 1 Low Mocha. Now, be careful. These things are hot. A lot of, you see there? You see there? Lots of fire. Okay, all right. My knees are starting to hurt. First and foremost, you know we're not wasting any time in this, so let's get straight to it. Yes, you can go true to size. I wear a 9. I got them in a 9. Guess what? They fit like a 9. In fact, even if you have a wide foot, I think you'll be okay with going true to size. Just because this is a pretty wide fitting shoe, it's not particularly thin. It's just like the Dunks almost, except in my opinion they look better than Dunks. Let's be real here. Even SBs, I said it. I got about a 1/4 inch of toe space left in the shoe, which is about what you want for comfort and everything like that. So it's not really squeezing on your toes or anything. That is with the laces being that tight too. Like, you see how tight those laces are. It's still pretty comfortable. Since we're on the topic, let's talk about comfort. I'm gonna leave my mic in frame because I want that sound quality. You know what I'm saying? But look, I don't know how y'all do it, but these boys are not meant for long distances. Hate to tell you, they're not meant for walking. These shoes are not made for walking. You can kind of feel the ground through them in a certain way. It's a generally flat shoe with not much arch support. But I mean, it looks like it. Like, you don't look at this shoe and think, dang, I bet that's a really comfy shoe. It's not terrible, but it's not great. And I know in these that the midsoles actually do look pretty thick, but don't be fooled. Basically think Nike Dunks with a little bit more comfort, just a little bit, and not the SBs. These are not more comfortable than SBs. One thing I do want to point out is the stiffener in the heel of the shoe is like really stiff. Like, it's hard. This entire heel of the shoe is very rigid. And that's not a bad thing in my opinion. Like, it just makes the build quality of the overall shoe feel really good. Since we're on the subject of comfort, the lining of this shoe is really nice actually. I quite enjoy it. The tongue really helps this out a lot because it's pretty robust. It's not thin. The inside is that same really soft like cotton material. And then the outside of it is, I guess, a nylon mesh. Some people may say satin, but I don't think it's satin. But again, there's a lot of stuffing on there. It feels like a foam, but unlike the Blazers, it's not exposed, so there's that. I know a lot of people hate that Blazer exposed foam. For what the shoe is pretty comfortable. Again, I'm not walking a long time in these. You know, they just go out and look good for the day. Don't go to Six Flags in these. Now, I would love to tell you that these are a good alternative to save some money instead of buying the highs, but the only problem with that is that these lows don't look much like the highs. And in case you don't know what the Jordan 1 Mocha Highs look like, here's the highs and here are the lows. They look different enough to where you're like, I don't understand why they have the same name. If you want the high top mochas, just go ahead and buy them. Don't expect to make money off of it or save any money. There's gonna be a premium for them, and a very high premium, but if you want them, just get them. However, those really do come in at a decent price. They initially retail for $100, but you can pretty much forget about that, my guy. You're not finding that anywhere. Now, a lot of people are saying like the shoe market's crashing right now, but it's not really that. It's not much of a crash, more that people just aren't buying shoes as much right now. They're not sold in stores anymore, but on the resale sites like StockX, GOAT, Flight Club, and so on, they're going for about $170 to $220, which in my opinion is not really that bad. And as always, of course, depending on your size, shout out to the Bigfoot guys, because again, y'all still out here getting taxed. And yes, $170 to $220 isn't cheap by any means, but in comparison to the highs, which are gonna be like $400 to $600, now, yeah, it ain't sounding that bad now, huh? I was gonna switch up the background again, but I'm just liking how this looking right now. So let's just keep it rolling to the quality. Now, basically everywhere you see brown is a very soft suede. It's really nice, actually. It's subtle, it's soft, it morphs with the shoe really well. It doesn't feel plasticky, and we're liking that. And when you look at it, it covers a lot of the shoe. Toe wrap, a big majority of your uppers, the swoosh obviously, and almost all of your heel. These aren't something you just want to take out for any day weather. This is definitely a summer shoe, maybe some fall, but winter comes around, put these up. This is definitely going to be a shoe you're going to have to take a little bit of extra care of. Even with the lining on the inside, it's like this bright pink, so you might need to figure out a way to clean that. I also want to point out this small little gray box, a reflective, and this actually might be satin right here. It feels like it is, but it's so tiny it's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's satin. It's just a nice subtle touch that I think really adds to the shoe, and it helps bring out the reflectiveness of the Air Jordan emblem itself. It's like that, like that. You see? Look, hold on, let me get a little closer. Like that. Like that. The leather is definitely a step above Dunks. I think everything's a step above the Panda Dunks right now as far as leather quality goes. Should hold up really well. You can see that these do have some creasing happening to it, but I mean, I've been bending and walking through these, and that's probably as bad as the creasing's gonna get. So overall, the leather feels really good. Unlike Air Force Ones and Dunks, creasing doesn't completely ruin the look of the shoe. I mean, the shoe itself is still plenty creased, but it looks good from the profile view. Air Force Ones, I'm looking at you. If previous pairs of AJ1s are anything to go off of, as long as you take care of these, I think these can last you quite a long time. Alright, y'all, I'm tired now. Goddamn TikTok got me. Goddamn TikTok. Alright, that's gonna be it for this one. I hope this is helpful when you're deciding. I think a lot of this stuff kind of applies to all the AJ1s. Actually, let me dial that back. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because we know this quality has been all over the place with Nike in this past year, 2 years. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope this was helpful in some way, or y'all just enjoyed hanging out with your boy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you in the next one.